We really are. Uh, Arguably, morally, from a moral perspective, from a political, cultural, social perspective, we have to go back to the Civil War to look at the amount of angst, consternation, flux, discord, chasm, division. Just the polarization is so uber exacerbated that we would have to go back to the 1850s, 1840s, early 1860s. We saw a little bit of that in the late 1960s in the civil rights movement. But man, we've reached a point because of social media. It's now amplified exponentially. So everyone's involved. So back in the day, you had the abolitionist movement versus those that were in favor of slavery. In the 60s, there were those that were trying to hold down to an old system, and an archaic system that was sinful and just morally reprehensible. And then there was just this minority trying to hold on to it. But now everyone gets it. So the entire nation, one way or another, through social media, you're being pushed into corners, right? And into not liking the other and name calling and speaking in a way that's condescending and not respecting the image of God and not even creating space for conversation. So let me tell you what's happening right now in America. Logic, common sense, conversations are dying. And we're replacing conversations with confrontation. We're replacing logic with uber emotional exuberance. And we're replacing common sense with nonsense. And that's our current reality. Kids of color, primarily black kids, are not good at math. Therefore, we're going to have to change math because math is racist. You see, that illogical way of thinking demonstrates that anyone can, in an absurd way, take anything out of any vestige of truth and manipulate it and justify it under the guise of a progressive cause that brings about equity and equality. That's racist. It's racist. It's racist to say that blacks and Latinos can't do math. Absolutely absurd, right? So when you look at scripture, sure, anybody could nitpick a scripture and go like, I believe my theology, and very smart people, my theology can point to that. Biblical orthodoxy, it's orthodoxy. And so there are issues that we have to address, that we can't ignore, See, and I'll mess you all up because I'm a Lance Agenda guy. So in our church, with George Floyd, when that took place, I didn't take a knee. I didn't. I'm not going to take a knee for anybody but Jesus. Sorry, guys. But I confronted racism. I called it racism. I said, this is racism.